Good morning, good morning. Welcome to 4x8 Paper Stuff. This is Beth. Welcome to My Time to Journal, an untrained person playing with lots of art supplies and having fun. Join me. Good morning, good morning. Forgive me, I have not even barely had breakfast. I have a tickle in my throat. Don't tell anybody. It's not a tickle, I just haven't woke up yet. But I'm going to paint couple papers here with white. I know I have white somewhere. Lots of white. Yeah, this will work. And then that needs to dry. So I'm starting in here early before I start my day. And I am having I've had a love-hate relationship with Instagram for a year or two. My account got hacked, which is not their fault, I guess. And I had all this horrible stuff on my account, so I stopped it and finally got another one, which makes absolutely no sense in the name, but I need to be untraceable too for certain reasons. Anyhow, that's not here nor there. All right, I'm going to paint this white because I'm going to use it, and I wanted one that had writing all over it. After it dries. Oh, there we go. I can't get this open. Anyhow, a lady, Judy, on Instagram, sent me a message about her Poe the Raven. Oh my God. But it was sent like 2 days ago. I got it this morning. It's just, I don't understand the algorithms at Instagram anymore. I know I'm not the only one. I get nothing anymore. All right, this morning I got I'm just going to let that dry now. A message about December Daily that there was a Instagram live thing. Luckily, I can go back and still watch it. Yesterday, but it's coming tomorrow. I'm like, well, I didn't get it till the day after it happened. As with everything, I basically have a few people I follow, and I look up their names every day to see if they've put anything out there. Okay, now we're going to let that dry. And now we have extra paint, so let's just paint another page. This is an old book that I have been slowly but surely adding paint to. I think I started it as an altered book, and then I realized I had like 17 of those going. So I just pull pages out of here when I need them. But there's short chapters. I can't remember. Courage Unlimited. Treasury of Success Unlimited. It's an old book from 1966. And it's only a page every other page because they're like half pages. But I like the writing to be over the top. But I love these chapters. So I might pull out all the chapters one day and do something with them. The titles. I don't know. But that needs to dry. But while that's drying, I thought I might show you what I did in my Hobonichi yesterday for my weekend. This past weekend, I was out of town. And my sister and I went up to Asheville area. See, this is my journal cover. Oh, love this thing. And I got it in one of the towns along the way of a weekend just like this, but it was about 20 plus years ago. But it's this green leather cover, and it's got this metal. I have not seen these anywhere, but they are, that's not true. They're made in Santa Rosa, California. Oberon, Oberon is carved in here. I have a little one that is a checkbook cover, but I use it as a little journal. And it has a tree on it too. but it's not got the metal plate. But I've done little things in here. I've just altered stuff in here. There's national park stuff in here. I wonder what I was doing. I do not remember. National Park Tribute, a sketchbook. Intro, Organic Act, John Muir, Teddy Roosevelt. Favorites. There's a map. You never know what you might find in a journal at my house. That is crazy. I do not remember doing this. I did do a National Park journal one time, and I sent it to the place in New York, which I have been to. Sketchbook. Anyhow, you can send a book up there. It has to be a certain size, and I sent it all up there, but I kept photocopies of it. All right. So my Hobonichi is way behind, like almost the whole month of July. But my sister and I left Saturday morning. This is Friday, but I was packing, so I had a couple extra things, so I just put them on here. This is a photocopy of a sticker that we bought, because then I can use it a couple times. Photocopy them. I know, cheap. This is another photocopy of a sticker we bought. This is off of the, I probably need to come down a little closer. Grove Park, where we ate lunch on Monday. This is a bag that I got somewhere, and I put a ton of business cards from different artists along the stores that we saw in Asheville, mostly Asheville. But somebody did this when we were in Italy. Gosh, 2006. They said they pick up artists' business cards because they're so pretty. And they are. And now they're even prettier than they used to be. I think they do a lot more artwork on their business cards than they used to. Look at that. Nature Works. Nature on Nature. That's cool. These little donkeys. We love this guy. But anyhow, so I picked up a bunch of those that I liked, and I stuck them in here. I put my Cheap Joe's sticker on my little bag and had that as a tip-in for Friday, as a here we come. Then these are 2 postcards. This is the trail of the Blue Ridge Parkway, 1935. This is a bunch of different stamps that you can get at different mileposts, a postcard. And then I tipped that in. This is all Saturday, the day we left. The hotel we stayed at, my sister looking at the Blue Ridge Mountains on the side of the road, some Cheap Joe's receipt, packaging from Cheap Joe's, picture of Cheap Joe's, little town we stayed in, more stuff from Michael's. We had to get some cross-stitch floss for our nighttime hobby. A quilt store. I'm keeping track of what happens in Ukraine. I just feel like when I'm 100 in the nursing home, I want to know what happened. It's depressing, but I tried to write the weather up here. This is still in pencil. I have not done any of the journaling part yet. Then I got 2 more postcards, and added that as a tip-in. Here's the Folk Art Center, and behind that is a ton of receipts. Not a ton, but, you know, a lot. A little bit about the weather. Now, I cannot write anything here, but I can tape something onto here, possibly. And this was the 24th, so that was the 5th month that the Ukraine war has been going. So, on the back of this, then, this is our Sunday. We went to the Southern Highland Craft Guild, got a stamp from the Blue Ridge Parkway. We saw turkeys, we saw the bear. We learned how to work oh dear, a whole box just tipped over stuff off my desk. Oh dear. Okay, let's not pretend like that didn't happen, okay? Oh dear. Anyhow, I learned how to work a parking app. There's a bear at the Blue Ridge Parkway visitor center, but I took a picture of him before we saw the real one. This is a cross-stitch shop where my sisters and I are all cross-stitch people. off and on. I'm off and on. They're very dedicated. I'm off and on. But this is a new store that's going to be in Weaverville, just north of Asheville. And they're restoring this old house, so we took pictures of that. I love this. This is where we ate lunch Monday. This is now Monday. And into the forest I go to lose my mind and find my soul. I like that. And I didn't have a lot of room, so I just put a peace sign in the Ukraine colors. And then Monday. What is today? Wednesday? Yeah. Monday. I put some information in about the oak fire outside of Yosemite, and it's growing. And this little weird note that I found in this junk journal about my Aunt Ella, which is our great aunt. She has now passed away, but it's in my sister from California's handwriting. I don't know what this means. I asked her. She says, I don't know what that means either. And then there's a little tiny picture I found of a possum at one of the gift shops. So I took a photocopy of that. My history with possums here is crazy. So that's my Hobonichi. I'm going to wait for this white paint to dry, probably get some breakfast and a shower and get dressed. And I will now need to clean this mess up on the floor, and I'll be back. This is what fell over. This plastic drawer, which I was trying to clean out, and I just stuffed it under my table for a day or two or 3 or 4. And now it fell over. Well, I haven't even left my desk yet. These are almost dry. I found stuff. I've been wondering where these things were. I'm not so sure I like these kind of watercolors, but they are handy for travel, for sure. And it only lasts a little while. But I might use those today. I found these that I drew or painted a very long time ago. These could be used today. I found this container of paper. I have these kind of containers all over this craft room. And they're just full of other little tiny treasures of paper. So I might try to use that today. I had these stamps and this stencil. I knew these were around somewhere. Oh, and right next to it, I have another box growing that's just like this one. Or the one I just tipped over. All right, so I'm going to dry these. All right, where did it go? Where did the other one go? Oh, here it is. Oh, I also found, this is a long video today. It's going to take forever to upload, but that's okay. This, which is, of course, a traveler's notebook. And I had gotten some children's, I have a lot of children's books, regular books that I clean out and cut up and everything. And I cut up a bunch of them. And this was like a bucket list book. I want to go on a pub crawl in like England, countryside somewhere one day. So I cut out this paper. This is a children's book page and part of a tree on the rest of the page. And I just painted in the clouds and the grass. And when I get to do this pub crawl, I'll journal it in here, assuming I can find it. Now, this is something I have already done, which I could actually journal about in here. We have done several Viking river cruises. This is me chatting. I'm not doing a journal page today. Sorry. I'm not doing a journal page today. I'm just chatting because I need to clean off my desk and I'm procrastinating. But this is a journal page and of a violin. Now, when we have done many river cruises in Europe, we've done the entire route from Amsterdam to Budapest. Oh, yeah, Budapest. And on 4 or 5 four river cruise trips, not all at the same time. But in Vienna, we went to a concert at an opera facility. And I think it was the National Opera or something like that in Vienna. I have it written down somewhere. Anyhow, this girl played a, what do you call, a Stradivarius violin that was like 400 years old. Oh my gosh, it was gorgeous. We've also, in Italy, been to a Vivaldi concert in a church in My brain. What's the town that is flooding in the water? Venice. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Venice. That was amazing. They had a cello. They had a violin. They had a couple other instruments. It was a string concert, quartet. That was beautiful. So I could write about those experiences right here on my bucket list book. Cave tour. This is from a children's cave that says, I don't like caves. They are wet. I haven't ever been on a cave tour. I take that back. I've been to Mesa Verde National Park in the United States as a kid. Treasures from a thrift or a flea market. This is says, do you ever throw something away? This is an inside joke in our family because my sisters are keepers of everything. Eat local seafood. This can happen anytime at the beach. We had seafood in the mountains, which was not good. Even at the Grove Park, it was not good. It was tasteless. Foreign fonts, exploring foreign fonts. I love all the different fonts that you can get in the world now. And this is a little piece out of a Daphne's Diary. And then I continued the theme of the paper with the little lemons or whatever it is in those colors. This is a goat hooked to a peg. I'm not sure what that one was for. Different stamps from around the world. These look like they're from Poland. Van Gogh type painting. A good drink somewhere. Hiking through the Cotswolds or something. I want to do that so bad. Old movies. Looks like my favorite movies. I don't know. A duck. I don't know what that one's for either. A wooden spoon. We did a cooking excursion when we were in Italy and learned how to make fresh pesto. That could go in here, something like that. Trolley cars in foreign cities. I love riding these. We've ridden them in many cities. My favorite one was probably in Prague. Yeah. Japan one day to see the real cherry blossoms. This looks like a market scene in a South American country. I'm assuming from the rugs and things, but I love a market scene in any country. Beautiful flowers. We saw beautiful lavender this past weekend in Asheville in the mountains. Here's a beautiful bird. Talk about birds somewhere. I love sitting in a really busy town square and just watching the people. And this is, I guess, what that is. Blue dishes. My mom used to have a lot of blue dishes, and probably hoping I'll go back to Amsterdam again one day and see some of that. City center maps. I'm not sure where this is. We did take around not Venice. My brain. This looks like it might be Prague. But there's no mountains. I don't know where this is. This might be in Venice. Anyhow, I love old city European squares. Different shoes, different clothes that people wear in the different parts of the world. And that's as far as I got. This is a bucket list book. I need to put a title on this and do this. I could write a couple things in here now. And just, if I go on another trolley car somewhere. I love that one. I'll never forget. I was visiting my sister and my best friend that both live in Northern California. And I was spending, my best friend had a 95th birthday party for her mom. So I went a day early up to where she is and spent a night in a hotel in our hometown, Novato. Not Nevada, Novato. Is in Marin County across the Golden Gate Bridge. But at the Civic Center, which was designed by Frank Lloyd Wright there, it's a beautiful Civic Center. There's a little pond. And it's where they have like the annual fair and everything. We're in county fair and different events. Small story. I saw Van Halen there when I was in high school a long time ago. Anyhow, there were these two old Italian men. I'm assuming they were Italian, but they were fishing in this little pond. Now, I don't know what kind of fish you can get in that pond, and it surely isn't nutritious at all or safe to eat, probably. But they were just jabbering away in Italian and having the time of their life, and that's what this picture always reminds me of. And that's the story I should write here. This would be like... Oh, but even if I do, like, my favorite trolley ride has been so far in my lifetime, and besides probably the cable cars in San Francisco, I could put that in here, but I could also put like riding a trolley car in Prague. That was amazing. And, you know, continue it. Maybe I'll have another one somewhere else one day if we ever get away from viruses everywhere. Just jot down where I've had great seafood. Of course, Merle's Inlet by our beach house. Anyhow, fun. Bucket list. This is what happens when you spill a container of supplies under your desk that you stashed to try to get out of the way and you forgot what was in it. There's all kinds of stuff in here. This little glassine. Let's just see what's in here. Oh my gosh. Oh, beautiful stickers of stamps and things. That can go in that book, actually, some of those. And embellish it a little bit farther on some of the pages. That book is designed mostly for writing, though, about the subjects. Here's some more green for forest paper. Red and green. Blues. Weather. I mean, just who knows what's all in here. South Carolina and green. Crazy. What's in the box that I dropped on the floor this morning? So tomorrow we'll come back and work on these. They're still a tad damp, but we'll make some trees. And last night I was practicing some watercolors too, but not so good. I'm not an artist. Have I ever said that? I'm not an artist. I just have fun with paper and paint and all the supplies that I have so many that I drop boxes every once in a while and I have to explore them. So that's what we did today. Thanks for watching. I will see you all tomorrow with a real video.